Thank you so much for joining me for this week's Just Ask Jay. And this week is all about who's visiting. Who's visiting me, Jay? You know how often I hear that? I love hearing that because I always get such an interesting story that goes along with that. Now, this week, Michele Roy, thank you so much for your question, by the way. But she asks, one day last week, I was waking up and I felt the bed beside me move as if though someone was getting up. I thought it was my husband, but when I asked, he said it wasn't him. He had been up for at least an hour. This was the second time that this has happened to me. The first time was at the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, and it was the anniversary of my mother's death. Who do you think it was this time? Well, I find it very interesting that you tell me that because, Michele, I'm going to tell you, sometimes spirits will give you very clear indication of who they are with the way that they visit. For instance, if it was your mother's anniversary of her passing, I would clearly think that this would have something to do with your mom and your mom visiting. And of course, just recently waking up and feeling the bed move again the way you had at the Delta Chelsea would indicate to me very strongly that this is the way your mother pops in and this is the way that she gives you signs. Now, I find it interesting because when you mentioned the Delta Chelsea, way back in 2005, 2006 or thereabouts, there was a murder-suicide on the 19th floor of that building. And I have a hard time going there because I feel some of the energies still residually lurking. And especially when it's murders or suicides, that type of thing, sometimes the spirit replays and replays, that situation to karmically learn what it's supposed to do and what it's not supposed to do, or it's punishing itself before going through the light. But I talk about that in another vlog. But it's interesting, there could be some connections through numbers. And so if I was looking, I believe it was 3 people that were killed on the 19th floor of the Delta Chelsea, and they had all 3 been stabbed. One was found, I believe, in a hallway, and 2 were found in a room. Now, it's interesting. I get very, very strong energy of your mother around. I would get this very, very strong sense that she's around fire. So birthdays, anniversaries, passings, April, August or December around you, and she makes me feel very happy. But I would think that your mother's responsible for that. She wants you to know that she's very happy. Your father's definitely there. There's also a younger male there. She also makes me feel comfortable with flower names, so Rose, Lily, that kind of thing. So I believe that she would have a person by that name with her. I don't believe that's her name. If anything, I'm not picking up her name, but I pick up R's, and I don't know who the R is connected to. Michele, that is definitely your mother, especially on the anniversary of her passing. She's just letting you know that she's around. She's probably just very close to you and loves you so much, but I don't want you worrying about that. But I don't think that you took any spirits with you. I believe those spirits to still be grounded and still working out their karmic lessons at the Delta Chelsea. And I still, unfortunately for me, I still feel that when I go there. But it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. This would never hurt you. And if anyone goes to that hotel, just to let you know, those energies would never hurt you. They are replaying their own karmic lessons. If someone sees them or feels them, then they're experiencing that energy. But I'm going to tell you, they would never hurt any human being. I want to thank you so much, Michele, for asking who was dropping by. But I tell you, it's your mama. I love you guys all so much. If you have a burning desire to ask these types of questions or anything your little heart desires, please don't be shy. Just ask Jay, and I love you guys all so much. I hope to see you again very soon. In fact, next week for the next vlog. Bye-bye.